Okay, so good evening, guys, and welcome. It's another fantastic, webinar, another fantastic session where we're going to get to talk about, how to actually make big bucks from trading. All right, how to actually become a millionaire forex trader, billionaire forex trader, whatever the name you want to attach to it. Okay, whatever name you have for it. Tonight is that night where we'll get to talk more about how you can actually make that dream come true. All right, I'll come true. For some of you who have not yet gone through the previous video that I dropped, the YouTube video, it's simply a recording from our previous session in this group, all right, where I was showing my simplest trading strategy ever. All right, and that was one of the most amazing sessions that we've had so far this year. All right, and it's more like a farewell session to call it that way. So tonight we're going to be talking about how to actually make big bucks trading. Okay, and it's important that whatever it is that I am going to be saying tonight, all right, it's important that you pay very good attention to it. Because not only is it going to change your trading forever, all right, but it's also going to help you become confident, all right, and self-sufficient in your trading, all right. So we're going to be giving room to questions and answers and other things as we progress, okay. But nonetheless, let me just quickly use this as a medium to notify everyone, okay, that in case this is your first time here, all right, I want to say big welcome. It's going to be an amazing session, I assure you. Okay, it's going to be an amazing session, I assure you of that. All right, so let's get right into it. The first question we're going to be trying to answer tonight, all right, is what exactly is the definition, all right, of how to make big cash out in Forex? All right, what's your definition of a big amount of money? Okay, how much do you think if you make so amount from the markets in a particular day or week or month? All right, and you want to quantify that as a big amount of money. What would be that amount to you right now, before you can describe something as a big cash out, all right, from Forex? How much do you think is big enough to call big? All right. So if you like to answer that question, just quickly tap on your mic so that I unmute you and you can ask or you can answer that question. Who's there? Who's answering the question for us? How much do you think is a big amount of money for you to make from Forex right now? Who wants to answer that question? Okay. Well, it seems like this class is quite dull. You guys are shy today. I don't know what's going on. But please, if you'd like to answer that question, please unmute yourself and let me know, okay, so that we can move on with the class tonight. Sam Danny, how much do you think is going to be a huge amount of money for you if you can make from trading right now? Okay, Jeremy, let me unmute. All right, Jeremy, please unmute yourself and answer the question.
$1,000.
All right, $1,000. Beautiful. So if you get to make $1,000 in a week, or is it in a month or in a day? So put it like that. $1,000 is it in a day, in a week, in a month?
In a week, sir.
All right, $1,000 in a week. Who else wants to answer that question? Who else? How much do you think if you make, all right, is a lot of money for you right now? All right, Mr. Tim, please go on. Please unmute yourself and answer the question.
For me, it would be $20,000.
All right, $20,000. Beautiful. Is it per day, per week, or per month?
In a month. In a month.
In a month. All right, beautiful. So, Alfie, please unmute yourself and answer the question.
I also go with $20,000 per month.
All right, $20,000 in a month. Beautiful. Now, I think Alfie, you said you still want to speak. Okay, you can unmute yourself if you still have something to say.
Yeah. Sorry, I mistakenly tapped the screen. Sorry.
All right, no problem. Then Dennis, please unmute yourself and let's hear you. Dennis, you can unmute yourself. So let's know what it is that is a big amount of money if you can make that from trading. All right, I think that was an error too. Okay, so in order not to take too much of our time, we're going to dig right into what I have for you guys tonight. Okay, but I'm going to be starting with a very simple story. All right, I'm going to be starting with a very simple story. I want you to imagine that you're trying to travel, all right, you're embarking on a journey. You're trying to take a trip to maybe, a resort, an holiday resort or something, or a wildlife resort, all right, and your plan is to drive there, okay? We know that you need fuel, all right? We know that you need your car, and we know that your car needs a driver. Is this correct? All right. We know that naturally, all right, in order for you to be able to arrive at that destination, okay, your car needs needs fuel, all right, and then the car needs a driver, okay. So it is the fact that when you get the fuel goes into the car, all right, and at the same time, without a driver, all right, you would never arrive at your destination. Why did I start like this? I'm starting like this because it is important for you to understand that these three things are going to form the pivotal structures in your trading career. All right. As a financial markets trader, these three things, you need to know what is your fuel, you need to know what is the car, you need to also know what is your driver. All right. Because sometimes you have the car, you have the driver, but there is no fuel. Okay, for some people, they have the fuel, they have the car, but there is no driver. Okay, and for some other people, they have the driver and the fuel, but no car. Are you with me? So when you understand what each of these things are, it becomes easy for you to ensure that each of these things are available as at when needed. All right, so that your trading can run as smoothly as possible and you can make as much money as possible from the financial markets. All right. So we're going to dig into what all of this represents. All right. And right now is when we start. How many of you remember why you actually started learning Forex? How many of you, if you do, just tap on the speak button. All right. If you still remember why you began this journey. All right. If you still remember why you started this journey, I need you to, click on the speak button and share with us. Why exactly did you start Forex? All right, IB, please unmute yourself and answer our question.
Financial freedom.
Okay, financial freedom. Beautiful. All right, Alfie, please unmute yourself and answer the question.
To have more extreme means of income.
Okay, you wanted to have an extra means or extra source of income. All right, Mr. Blessing Akinpelu, would you like to answer that question as well? Or who else would like to answer this very interesting question? Why did you start learning Forex? When you started this journey to learn Forex. All right, beautiful. Mr. Tim, please answer the question.
I want to give up my job.
I didn't hear that. Please come again.
I want to give up my job.
All right, you wanted to quit your job. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. That's a good one. That's a good one. Who else would like to share with us why they initially began this journey of Forex? All right. The reason why is because the reason why you started, all right, is the fuel. Are you following me, please? The reason why you began this journey is your fuel. Remember, the fuel cannot think for itself, all right, and the fuel alone cannot accomplish anything. Are you with me? You cannot, remember we're using the analogy of somebody who is trying to travel to a long distance destination and is trying to drive over to that place. All right, this is somebody who is trying to drive from probably, Lagos, Nigeria to maybe Abuja, all right, or probably somewhere in Anambra or somewhere in, Abakaliki. All right, you just want to travel the country, have fun, and relax. Okay, the reality of the matter is the reason why you started is the fuel. All right, and many times, you hear that so many people, they started, they learned, they paid for mentorship programs, and then somewhere along the line, they come and say, oh, I don't think I can do this anymore. All right, I give up. Usually that happens at the point where people have lost their steam. All right, they've lost their fuel. And at the moment where you lose your fuel, it will not matter whatever else you still have. Okay, when you give up the reason why you started, all right, or peradventure, when you lose focus, when you lose sight of your initial plan, your initial goal, when you began this journey, okay, it will prevent you from giving your best into whatever else you're doing. Okay, it will prevent you from maybe even, putting in as much work as is required for your success, such that whenever you discover that things are not going well, you naturally just blame it on the fact that, oh, it's probably because the car is faulty, or probably because the driver is a quack driver, all right, or probably the driver is not skilled enough. Whereas in the real sense, okay, it is because there was no fuel in that car, in that vehicle. All right. So it's important that you never lose sight of why you started. If financial freedom was the reason why you started, don't ever lose sight of that reason. And I'm saying this because I have seen so many people who have paid for expensive mentorship. Personally, there are courses that I have paid for $600, $300, $500, $4,000. All right. And despite that, it still took me, a great while before I got to that point where I could say that, oh yeah, I am finally consistently profitable. Okay. I may be profitable enough to say, okay, I want to start sharing what I know with people. Okay. Why am I saying this? Your fuel matters, because if you have no fuel, but you have a car and a driver, it will not matter. Are you with me? When that drive, when that initial desire is no longer there, all right, whatever else you have will not matter. Okay, so the fuel in this situation, all right, was the reason why you started. All right, pardon my writing. So that is the fuel. Okay, so now what exactly is the car? The car is the skill that you have acquired. All right. The car is what? The skill that you have acquired. And what this means is that whatever was your reason for starting this journey, all right, it has to be reflected in the way you treat that skill, in the way you treat your skill acquisition. Okay. You cannot start a journey because you wanted financial freedom and end up being scared of maybe, worried about paying for mentorship, or you're trying to conserve money. All right. If really your reason is valid enough, all right, I don't think there is anything that should stop you from subscribing for paid mentorship. Why? Because your reason that the reason that pushed you to start initially, okay, The reason why you started initially, all right, that reason has to remain, at the back of your mind. All right, because without it, you will never be able to achieve anything. Okay, and it is that reason that will push you to take the decision of, all right, how many hours you want to spend back testing and studying. All right, it is that reason that will push you into saying, all right, I want to practice. I want to spend hours on hours, behind the charts. I want to maybe read up on certain things. I want to do further research. That reason is what will fuel your skill. All right, it's what will drive you towards who you want to mentor you or who should mentor you. It is that skill that will also drive you on the path, the journey. All right, what pathway to follow? Are you following me, please? It's important that you understand this, because if you don't, many people just learn Forex, pay for mentorship courses, and they never even remember what to do with it after they've gotten that skill. All right, and that's why we're starting like this. I'm still going to be showing you some interesting things as we proceed. All right, but I want to start from the basics so that it will be easy for you to relate with the destination when we get there. Okay, so all these introductory conversations we're having right now is the fuel. All right, the car is the main message I'm trying to pass across. Okay, and I am the driver when we look at it from this angle. All right, so if you're getting what I'm saying, if you really follow what I'm explaining tonight, or you understand what I'm saying tonight, please drop a fire emoji in the chat box. Just drop a fire emoji. Let me know that you guys are following me and I am not alone tonight. And I want to quickly say that I am really, really honored and excited. I think I can see that my boss is on this call. Dr. Buse is on this call actually somewhere in the group. So a big shout out to you, sir. It's amazing having you here. Thank you for your support. So guys, if you're following what I've explained so far, all right. Okay, sorry. Let me quickly address that. I just saw a notification that you guys are unable to send messages in the group. Hold on, please. Let me address that. All right, so please drop a fire emoji in the chat box if you're following me and you understood everything I've explained so far. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Olamide, please unmute your mic. I think you want to ask a question or say something. You can unmute your mic and go ahead. Or was that an error? Okay, I think that was an error. All right, so let's go on. So the car here in this situation is the skill that you have acquired. All right. Oh, sorry about that. It's the skill that you have acquired, and it's important that you never lose sight of these two things. All right. And finally, the driver in this situation, all right, is your discipline. All right. People in my village don't call it discipline. They call it disciplining. If you're from Oyo town, Ogumosho, that area, all right, or the Okeogun side, you know that we don't call discipline. We call it disciplining. What disciplining? You understand? But when we talk about, remember, the driver is the one who leads the entire combination. All right. If you have a car, you have the fuel, and you have a very terrible driver, your life is at risk, because there is every possibility that you crash land. All right. Gold, you said you can't hear me clearly. Can everybody else hear me clearly? Okay, so please check your network, Gold. I think a few people can hear me clearly over here. All right, so like I was saying, okay, it's important that you have a very good driver. Are you with me? And part of the characteristics of a driver is that it is the driver that has a brain. That's where the thinking process occurs, all right? It is the driver's brain that decides whether to turn left or turn right at a particular junction, not the car per se. unless perhaps you drive a Tesla or one of these electronic GPS guided vehicles. All right, are you guys with me? So when you understand this, all right, we've talked about the fuel, the car, and the driver. All right, your skill will be useless without good discipline, without proper discipline. Are you guys with me? No matter how skilled you are, no matter how much you paid for mentorship, in fact, no matter who your mentor is, in the absence of discipline, you will never be able to arrive at that point where you get to make a big cash out. Are you with me? You just will not be able to arrive at that point. Okay, and that is why it is important that you take care of your driver and take care of your car. Why did I say this? How many of you know that if you leave your car parked for so long or for too long, how many of you know that the car starts to develop issues? What I'm saying, does it make sense to some of you? If it makes sense, can you confirm? Exactly, beautiful. Because even if you buy the car brand new, all right, and you leave it parked, all right, and you leave it parked for a long time, the reality of the matter is that the laws of diminishing returns begins to act on that car. Why did I say that? When you have a skill, when you have learned Forex as a skill, okay, please mute your mic unless you have something you like to say. Thank you. So when you have this skill, when you have acquired this skill, you've paid for mentorship, you've gone through programs and courses, all right? When you have that skill, it is important that you keep sharpening that skill. All right, don't take a Forex trading course or a Forex trading lesson and then you go and sit on it for the next 2 months. No practice. You never even traded a demo account for 1 day. Please don't try that. Don't do that. Because what will happen is that your car will start developing faults. Are you with me? Because there are so many parts of that strategy or that system that you will no longer be able to remember. You will no longer be able to recall. All right. So even if you are not trading a live account at the moment where you just finished learning, the skill, or where you just finished acquiring the skill, no matter what, at least practice with a demo account. All right. If you're familiar with the way an apprenticeship system works, you will agree with me that at the point where an apprentice signs up for mentorship, all right, or for apprenticeship, the next thing that happens is they may not have the money to get their own materials, okay? But whenever their boss, all right, is working on a project or is busy with a project, all right, whenever you see the boss is doing that, the reality of the matter is you see that they always hang around, all right? And any good boss will usually send them errands, all right? Okay, for example, if someone is trying to maybe learn fashion designing or stuff, all right, you may not have the money to buy the expensive materials or whatever, but while at the workshop, you need to keep coming every day, all right, because one day they ask you to cut so style, another time they ask you to just sew this stitch, you understand, and things like that. And with that practice, you continue to get better in your skill. All right. I see a lot of people who learn Forex and then because they don't have money to fund yet, they forget that there's something called a demo account. Okay. Because they are so much in a hurry to make quick money. So they say, okay, now that I have learned this Forex, all right, I will now go and look for money to come and fund my trading account. All right. There are a lot of people that have that kind of mentality. And that is one of the reasons why whenever somebody approaches me for mentorship and says, I don't have the money yet, but I'm going to borrow the money, I usually tell them, don't even bother. Because if you're borrowing money to get the skill, it means that after you've learned the skill, there's every possibility that you will relent or relax on that skill for several hours or months or even weeks before you ever take your first trade, because who knows when you will ever be able to get the money to fund your trading account. All right, so it's just my own personal policy. Whenever I see that, I told someone this is how much you're paying for mentorship, and the person is like, it's too expensive, I just naturally know that no matter who teaches this person, no matter who ends up mentoring this person, they just don't have what it takes to succeed. Why? Because that person is going to get the skill and go and keep it in their cupboard. You understand? They'll get the skill, lock it up in the cupboard for like 6 months. So when people are saying, Forex is a scam, Forex is a very terrible thing, they also will say, Forex is very terrible. I know how much I paid for mentorship and I never made $1. Or I never made once a single dollar. All right? But people hearing them will feel like, so this guy, despite the fact that he learned Forex, he never got to make money from it. The answer is simple. He never sharpened the skill. All right? Are you guys with me, please? He never sharpened that skill. All right? So if you can relate with the things I've said so far, please drop some fire emoji once more so that I know that you guys are feeling me. I feel like singing right now, but the way my voice is, if I sing right here, I can start sounding like as if I'm screaming or crying. So let me just respect myself and stay with the syllables. All right, beautiful, beautiful. It's good to see that a lot of us can relate. Because see, after all of this introduction, all right, I'm now going to show you how you can actually create a system for yourself that guarantees that if you follow it, if you really, really follow it, you will definitely make big bucks in the Forex industry. And I'm not joking about that. What I'm going to show you at the end of this class, all right, if you really follow it to the letter and you don't cash out big time, you can easily walk up to me anywhere you see me at any of the Dr. Bill's Academy physical events, all right? Whenever you see me, I'm a very short man. Put me in the boot of your car and drive off. I donate myself to you. All right? So are you excited to know what the secret is right now? If you're excited, just type I am in the chat box so that I know how many people I can start suspecting now. So that whenever we have a physical event, I'll know which people to sit beside and which ones to sit far away from. Jesus Christ. My enemies are this many. Dunamis, even you. Sam Danny. So if after showing you people this thing now, you don't make big boss. So these are the people that will come and kidnap me. My God. My God. It is well with my soul. Anyways, I'm so confident of what I'm about to share with you that I can basically beat my chest on it. That if you follow through everything I will show you tonight, you will never have a reason to say, I'm not even enjoying this thing. I'm just suffering. Forex has just scammed me so much. I've lost so much money. You will never have a reason to do that ever again. Okay, are you guys with me, please? So we've talked about the car being your skill, all right? And another thing that is important for you to know is that this driver that we call your discipline, all right, this driver that we call your discipline, it is important that you treat your driver right, all right? It is important that you treat your driver very well. Why did I say that? You know that, let me give Nigerians in the house, all right, or if you're an African in the house, let me give you let me ask you a question, but I'll tell the story and ask the question. So imagine now that you have a driver, you that you are listening to me right now, you have a driver that you have not paid his salary for 3 months, and you are traveling to Sokoto from Lagos. Do you think you will want to ask that driver to drive you and you sit in the back and sleep off? No, how many of you can do such? Let me know. Just unmute your mic and let me know. You are owing your driver 3 months salary and you are traveling to Sokoto from Lagos, which is over 16 hours trip. And you can confidently say, no, I trust my driver. I will go to sleep. He will drive me. We will arrive safely. Oh, so you know that you cannot do that. Because that means that you are just putting your life at risk. Do you get that? So why did I say that? You remember, the driver is the one that has the brain. All right? And the brain is inside whose head? Is inside your head. The brain is where? Inside your head. Are you with me? What makes our industry more profitable, all right, than maybe becoming a bricklayer, becoming a skilled worker, all right, or becoming a doctor, for example? No shades intended to the doctors in the house, because even my guy is a doctor. You understand? But one thing that makes our job a bit different from other industries is the fact that the quality of your results is 100% dependent on your brain. All right? It's 100% dependent on your brain, your psychology. But in all sincerity, many of you don't treat your brain right. You don't treat your driver right. All right? And I'm going to say this very sincerely. Some of you, you wake up in the morning, you're about to start trading, all right? You didn't maybe take a walk or jog or get your blood flowing at all right? You just sat at your trading desk. Maybe you sip some spoons of gari, you understand? And then you are munching kuli as you are clicking buy and sell. The reality of the matter is that day, I am almost 75% certain that in that period, your brain will only be thinking about food, good food. All right? Because one, the blood that allows your brain function maximally is not even evenly distributed. It's not excited. Your body is not excited to work yet. So your brain is still in a slow state. All right? That's one. Two, the kind of diet you're taking, all right, is not going to be able to supply enough glucose or enough sugar to your brain to allow it to process information as fast as it should. Are you following me, guys? Are you still following me? Because this is actually very important. In fact, more important than many people know. As a Forex trader, your diet is important. Your diet is important. Your exercise is also quite important. All right? You must learn to, once in a while, take a walk before you even sit at your desk, because as a trader, you're going to be sitting at that desk sometimes for hours. All right? Some of you can sit at your desk for 12 hours, 13 hours looking for setups. All right? And despite the fact that you're doing that and looking for setups, you don't even take a walk. You don't walk around, eat fruits, or do anything that is healthy for your body. And remember, like I said, the driver is your psychology that governs your discipline. All right, that's the driver of your car, which is the skill. All right, and that driver, the place where that driver lives is inside your brain. All right, so if you don't treat your brain right, your discipline cannot be right. Are you guys with me, please? Are you with me? If you get what I'm saying and it makes sense to you, can you please give me some fire emoji in the chat box once more? And if you're just joining us, please relax, all right? Don't be in a hurry. This session has been recorded, and I can promise you that the link to watch the video will be dropped soon after the session, all right? Not so long after the session, so that you can catch up with us. And peradventure, if you have any questions, all right, if you have any questions, you can always reach out during, you can always reach out to me, or, just drop it in the group during the week. All right. So, wow, beautiful. Thank you so much, guys, for those amazing reactions. Thank you so much. So now that we have clarified these three pivotal areas that determine your success, all right, now that we have cleared these three pivotal areas, we've talked about the fuel, we've talked about the car, we've talked about the driver, all right? And I've shown you that the fuel is the reason why you started. I've talked about that the car is the skill, all right? The skill. And that's why the same way you see that different cars have different brands and makes and models, all right? That's the same way your skill can have different strategies, different approaches from different mentors. But it's not the brand of the car that counts. What really counts is the fact that this car is in good working condition. All right? Whether it is B2 or Toyota Corolla 2004, all right, or whether it's even Benz E360, with whatever the car, all right, whatever the car, it should be able to get you to that destination. All right, and that's why the car is the skill. All right, it doesn't matter who your mentor was. All right, what simply matters is that strategy in good working condition, is the mentorship in good working condition. All right, then thereafter we'll talk about the driver, which is the discipline that you possess. All right, and I've shown you that your discipline is contained in your mind. All right, your brain. And that's why I talked about treating your brain right. All right. You know, like what we have going on in Nigeria at the moment, I'm sure that if they force ASU to resume, many students will not pass. Why will they not pass? Because the lecturers who are supposed to help them to pass, all right, are currently being owed salaries for over 7 months. So if they are going to be resuming back to work, it will not be a pleasant experience because they are already aggrieved. All right. And they are going to be taking out their grievances on their students who are innocent, you know, as you probably already know. You understand? So having said that, we're going to quickly go into, you know, how to cultivate an habit that allows you make big money from Forex. All right. And this is where it starts to get interesting. Okay, so if you want to find out, all right, if you want to find out, just type in the chat box, I am a billionaire trader. I am a millionaire trader. Just type that in the chat box right now. Some of you are scared to type. Don't worry, your landlord is not on this group. Some people are scared to type. They say, if I go and type, I'm a millionaire trader, my landlord go and catch me. Miss Olaide, only you, trillionaire trader. Come and borrow Nigeria next year's budget now. Even gold, trillionaire trader. You people that are trillionaire traders like this, come and help us. So Nigeria needs your help. Maybe I will collect offering after this session so we can use it to help Nigeria. I am Nigeria, Nigeria is me. All right, guys, beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for all those amazing responses and all those amazing reactions. So I'm going to be starting the secret arc with one of the most unbelievable factors. I know for some of you, it may not sound like, this is a serious secret. But I want to promise you, if you take this thing I'm showing you, if you take it sincerely, honestly, it will help boost and increase your chances of getting absolutely better at trading. All right. Please, if you're not trying to say anything right now, kindly mute your mic so that we can have a very clear audio quality. Okay, beautiful. So the first thing is who can see what I have typed as number one?
Practice.
What? Okay,
Practice.
good. Practice what?
Confessions. Practice confessions.
No, read it well. Practice
Practice
positive
positive confession.
confessions. All right. Now, this is really important because in all my years of teaching, at least I've been teaching Forex for over 5 years now. All right. And in all sincerity, my most difficult students, all right, are those ones who don't believe that they can make it through Forex. All right. They came into the Forex industry with a doubt, and not just the doubt of the industry, their own self-doubt. And that was why I said, before we started, that was why I said, type in the comment section or in the chat box, I am a millionaire or billionaire trader. All right. Because remember, your psychology is what governs your discipline. All right. If you have a poverty mentality, it will influence your trading. You will open a trade that is supposed to give you about $500. You open a trade, you will make $2, $2.50, sometimes $3. And by the time you now make a loss in the next trade that you are losing about $15. So you need like 6 trades to recover what you just lost from a single trade. Why? Because you have that, it's a poverty psychology. When you see $2, it's like, this is enough money to buy sneakers. That sneakers bar. You are like, this is enough money to even buy Chicken Republic. And then instantly you are already closing the trade because you just saw $2, $3, $5 in profit. All right. That's one. 2, another thing that the poverty psychology does to a lot of people is that they don't even calm down. You've traded an account, you made maybe $500, $200 profit, all right? And then you withdraw $250 or $300 and then leave $150 planning that this $150 you are going to flip it by all means. What you're doing is that you are actually not, you're not treating Forex like a business, all right? You are just treating it like a hobby. You are not handling it like a career. Why did I say that? Because if you had a store or a business, all right, if you had a store or a business, and that business that you have, you are not reinvesting into it. You are simply taking out of it, all right? Every single profit you make, you withdraw it, you spend. Every single profit you make, you withdraw it, you spend. Jesus Christ, my boss is here. Joe Marex. Boss, I hail you, I'm your boy. All right. A lot of people have cultivated that habit. Whenever they trade, all right, whatever little money they make, they withdraw and spend. All right, not withdraw and keep in the events that they need the money to refuel their trading account. All right. They see small change, they quickly withdraw. They see small change, they quickly withdraw. Exactly. And this game, you can't get to the big bags if you don't learn how to compound. The secret to making big money in trading is a compounding system, is a compounding formula. Are you with me? You must be able to have a compounding system such that as you are trading, you are simply just allowing that thing to compound over time. And you are not in a hurry to rush and say, multiple $10, let me multiple. You understand? If you don't understand what I just said, if you are not a Yoruba person that understands what I just said, I'm sorry, I can't explain it in English. $10 me malaje chicken. Malaje chicken. Oti akpeti mati je chicken. You understand? So if you are not a Yoruba person, if you don't get that, I'm sorry, I really can't help you. I really can't help you. Okay. Yeah? You guys don't laugh at me. Come on. Don't laugh at me. Okay, so, we're still talking about the positive confessions and how it affects your psychology. All right? Because whenever you trade Forex with a poverty psychology, all right, your decisions will be flawed. Your decisions will be flawed. You will enter a trade, small retracement, you have closed. Small retracement, you have closed. You now come back and see that the trade you closed after 10 pips, at 10 pips profit, later ended up in profit of almost 300 pips. Trade that you should have used to buy maybe Dr. Bill's kind of Benz now. At the end of the day, you take it and go to Mama Put. You bought a catfish pepper soup. And you say, I've blown. I've blown. See trade that I took. I don't withdraw this week. Money for the weekend. That's not how the successful ones trade. Do you understand? That's not how the successful ones trade. Sugar band, now you dey interpret for them. Thank you, because me, I don't have the interpretation. So it's important that you guys focus. Focus is important. Focus is important. Don't be so concerned about, hey, what if I now lose all this money? That's why have a buffer. You must have a buffer. Sincerely, for those of you who are on this call right now and you have a job, you really don't know what God has done for you. I am saying this very honestly. You're learning Forex right now, but you have a steady source of income that pays your salary. You don't know what God has done for you. For some of us, if Forex does not work, we are not even going back to trenches. We'll go back and probably be selling firewood in the village. For some of us. All right? Because for someone like me who is into full-time ministry, I can't imagine what I would be doing if I didn't have Forex. Maybe it's every Sunday that I will say, there's somebody here. You have 65,000 naira in your account. The Lord is saying you should bring 15K. You understand? And before you know it now, they've carried somebody's gist on all this gist lovers blog. And before you know it now, they say, they are this, they are that. You understand? So those of you that have jobs right now, and you are still joking with Forex, you are treating it like a side hustle. Please, wake up. Please wake up. See, this is a session where I am going to be absolutely blunt with you guys. All right? Please wake up. What you need is a strategy that allows you to be able to catch trades and, take them without having to sit with it. All right? That's sincerely what you just need. Because it's not going to affect your job. But at the same time, you know that you have a Forex account that is compounding steadily by itself. All right? That is compounding steadily over time by itself. Are you guys following me, please? If what I'm saying is making sense, or if it is ministering to your heart, to your soul, to your spirit, drop fire emoji in the chat box. Let me know that the fire is peppering some people. Very good. All right, so this is actually very important, all right? Remember, we're talking about practicing positive confessions, all right? Remind yourself again and again that you cannot afford to fail. You don't have what it takes to fail, all right? You don't have what it takes, because what it takes to fail is people that fail are people that give up. You understand? And for you, you don't even have what it takes to fail because you don't know how to give up. Are you with me? And this is why it is absolutely important that you build up your psychology. Because the market, what the market is going to test you on, is not how good is your strategy. The major thing the market is going to test about you is your psychology. Are you listening to me? Is your psychology. Whether you trade other blocks or thunder blocks or ice blocks, no matter the kind of blocks that you are trading, the market does not care. The market only cares about your psychology. When you see price, your entry, going into drawdown, how do you trade it? Are you with me? I've seen a lot of beginners who come into Forex and they say, I just want to be trading on the 1 minute time frame, on the 5 minutes time frame. The truth is, you are the one that is by yourself reducing your chances of success. And I'm saying this absolutely bluntly, all right? Because whatever strategy you are going to use to make money on the 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes time frame, it must not be something that you started from the you started practicing from the 1 minute, 3 minutes time frame? Are you listening to me? Maybe I should at this point allow my boss Joma Rex to say something here. I'm going to ask him a question at this point now. My Oga, please unmute your mic. Good evening, boss.
Hey, good evening, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Good evening,
So I know
sir.
you trade on the lower time frames and you get absolutely amazing sniper entries, right?
Yeah, sure, I do.
But was this how you started when you started trading Forex, the year you started?
Okay, during my thanks for giving me the opportunity to actually just swiftly share my experience. And though when I actually started Forex, just basically my early days in Forex, I have that mindset, that many newbies in this game have, you're trying to see how you could actually get Lamborghini just within, few period and all that. Now, before I was able to develop my own strategy, of course, the market, just like you explained, that the market, test your psychology more, than how best you could actually analyze. And that's actually the point, and because FX is just like, 10% of, your analysis, and 10% of your risk management, and psychology as a whole carries a huge percentage. So though before I get my sniper entry, because I, for one, what I do personally is I work more with top-down analysis, where I get to analyze my make my entry. But first I'm going to analyze using higher time frame, bring it down to lower time frame before I get my sniper entry, stuff like that. So
Beautiful. But how many years did it take you to perfect your strategy? How long did it take you to perfect that strategy?
I'd say it wasn't easy, but it took me, I think, more than close to 3 years before I was able to develop a consistent, or should I say, a system that earns me, consistent profit. So it took me like 3 years. You understand? So,
All right, beautiful. Beautiful.
yeah,
Thank you very much, my boss. Thank you very much, Joma Rex.
yeah,
God bless you.
yeah. Thanks for.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, guys, you have heard that for yourselves. All right. It took him 3 years, 3 solid years to get to that point where he has perfected his strategy and what it takes to enter a trade. All right. But you just started learning Forex last week or last month, and you already want to start trading on 1 minute time frame, catching sniper entries. Dunamis, it's not like that now. You understand?
Me.
No, it's not you. It's not you. I just mentioned the random name. Sorry, if your name is Dunamis, please. I apologize. But me and one Dunamis, we don't get quarrel before. So, all right, guys. So this is the first thing, all right? Practice positive confessions. Stop telling yourself, I can't do it. Stop saying things like, I am dull. This Forex is not for me. Forex is not easy. Because the longer you tell yourself that, the more you believe it. All right? The more you tell yourself that, the more you believe it. And the moment you believe it completely like this, oh my God, that is the day your career ends. Because no matter who teaches you, you will never get to understand what they are saying. Because your mind will be completely blocked off from whatever it is they are trying to teach you. All right? Are you with me? So, say positive things to yourself. All right? That's number one. Number two, I believe we've talked about that earlier. All right? Never forget why you started. All right? Never forget why you started. Some of us started, trading Forex because we couldn't afford to have a family that was, that we were never going to be able to see. All right? We didn't want to have a situation where, our kids come back from school, we are not there. Our kids are around for so long, we're not there. And, a lot of things, and we are just absolutely unavailable. Are you with me? So that was part of the reasons why I started. I just wanted to be able to be in charge of my time and not be a long distance father. Are you with me? And honestly, it is paying off massively for me right now. Why did I say that? I want you guys to be able to remember why you started. All right? That's the number 2. Okay, number 3. It's important to create a buffer for yourself. What do I mean by a buffer? 1, don't ever trade on borrowed funds. You'll be digging an early grave for yourself. Don't trade on borrowed funds. Please, I'm begging you guys. 1. All right, that's 1. 2. All right, are you guys with me? The number 2 thing you need to know is don't trade under pressure. Are you guys with me? Please do not trade under pressure. Don't say, oh, I'm planning to pay my rent in 3 months' time. And I think my rent is 600,000. I have 200,000. Let me quickly put it in Forex so that in the next 3 months, it would have become 600,000. All right? Please don't trade like that too, because your money will go. Your money will go. It will work out on you and you will be shocked. Because it will look as if heaven and earth abandoned you. But that's not what happened. It was just the fact that you didn't really understand what you should do when you should do it. All right? So it's important that you build that in your psychology as well. All right? Never trade under pressure. All right? Don't trade under pressure. The number 4 thing that you will need, all right? The number 4 thing that you will need if you are really going to cash out big time from Forex, all right? If you're really going to cash out big time from Forex, is create a compounding formula. All right? You need to have a compounding formula, which means that, for example, if I am making profits of, let's say I have a $500 account, all right, and then I have a target of making about 10 to 15% per month, per week, all right. I have a target of 10 to 15% per week. Let's say, for example, 10% of $500 is $50, right? It's $50. And if out of that $50, all right, my plan, okay, my plan or my, my compounding formula is that I want to only withdraw and spend 50% of whatever I make that month or that week or that day. All right. If that is my plan, I would actually be doing myself a lot of favor. All right. I'm going to show you guys something right here. I want to show you a compounding formula. All right. It's a compounding site. So I'm going to go there right now. So we're going to take, if I am making 10% per week, all right, and I am withdrawing, 5% of whatever I make, all right, I'm withdrawing 5% of whatever I make. So let's say, for example, like I said, we started with a $500 amount, all right, we're making 10% per week, all right, let's say we compound for 1 year, all right, minus weekends, all right, and then we are only reinvesting 50% of whatever we get. All right. No additional deposit. And we are checking this for maybe 1 year. All right. $500. So let's see what it is going to become in 1 year. Can you guys see? So within 1 year, that $50 account would have $500 account would have grown to $3,000. All right. And at the same time, these are the amounts that you would have withdrawn a total of $2,681 from that account. Are you guys following me, please? Are you with me, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. So what would you do with this? And see, what I'm about to show you is something very practical. Oh. Me, I didn't come here to do theory. Oh. I came here to show you really practical systems, really practical steps. So look at it. As at October, all right, October, by the end of October, you would have taken out $60. By the end of November, you would have withdrawn a total of how much? $94.99. All right. Now, remember, how much profit are you making per week? Just 10%. Just 10%, which means that on this $500 account, your target is just $50 profit per week. $50 per week. It sounds small, Abi. If it sounds small, if it is something you can do, can you just drop any emoji in the chat box? If you can do this on $500, you know you can make $50 in 1 week. Drop an emoji in the chat box. Very good. So we can all do that, Abi. Very good. So if that is correct, and you are certain that you can do that, I'm going to show you something right here now. Please follow me closely. Oh, please follow me closely.
Sorry.
I hope you
Hello,
guys are learning. I didn't hear you.
Sorry for the break, please. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Yeah, someone actually messaged me after because I don't mean to confuse some people, because
Okay.
the guy actually asked me that how possible is that strategy for myself that it took me 3 years. Now, I'm not saying it's, of course, something that is actually common. Do you understand? I have a mentee who was able to develop his own strategy. Please develop his own strategy just within a few months of learning Forex. And this guy was able to make, profitable, was able to be consistent when it comes to trading. So he was making, because I, for one, when I was trading, my profit wasn't consistent, you understand, to an extent that I'm actually, so I wasn't so happy with it, but I was able to develop a strategy that could actually earn me, consistent, profit in this Forex industry, right? So
Exactly.
please don't get me wrong. You could actually develop your own strategy and you could start making money. I mean, making, and this guy was able to make like $1 million plus just few days of trading Forex. So I was so surprised. So for you, and in the same vein, it could actually send you to the thick part of your village, you understand? So you should be,
Exactly.
you should be how you apply your risk management and all that. And sorry, sir, we get to see some traders. They are just like we call them beautiful analysts, but they aren't like a professional profitable trader, because there's a disparity between those two. You could actually be a professional trader. I don't know if you guys get my point. So we see many of all those kind of trader. So trading is not about you becoming a beautiful analyst, but are you actually making a consistent profit? Hence the reason you need to develop a good system for yourself, just like what our tutor is teaching us. You develop a good system that can earn you that consistent profit you want in the Forex market, right? So it depends. Yours could actually be just within few months of you just learning Forex, and it could take you years. Do you understand? So the point is, do not focus on the progress as a whole. You understand? You see all those things that exactly those are some of the experiences that would help you as a trader. So don't see all those, years you've spent, building your strategy and all that, because I call it a learning process, right? Because the day you
Exactly.
stop learning, the day you start dying. So you're doing yourself really good. I could actually, should I actually merge it together with the 20-80% rule? So it's just like you're trying to build, you're using 80% rather, 80%, 20% of your time, you're setting out, how is it you could actually build your, strategy and all that. You're trying to work with that 80% rule, so that when the time comes, you could actually maximize the huge 80%, and you're doing yourself really good, all right. So I just had to,
Yeah,
swiftly say this, because someone actually messaged me and the person was like, how come 3 years, stuff like that. I was making
no
profit,
problem.
but my profit wasn't
Was
consistent.
not
You
consistent.
understand? Exactly. So I was able to develop a strategy that could actually earn me consistent profit. You understand? So that's it. Thanks so
All
much,
right.
bossman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jomarex.
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, you can also you've also heard that for yourself. It's not about how long it takes, all right, but the process, ensuring that your car, there's engine oil, all right, the car is doing well, the engines are being serviced, all right. That's how you ensure that you're working, all right, and the day you need it, it will not break down on you, all right. Ensure that the car is constantly, exercised or maybe warmed. At least you drive it around in the compound, even if you're not traveling, all right, just to ensure that the engine is doing something. Okay. So back to this breakdown. All right, back to this breakdown. You can see that as at November, you would have withdrawn $94. So I want to quickly show you something. That's $94. Okay, that same $94. Why are they showing it this way? Hold on, please. Okay, so this is okay. Let me see. I want to show you some practical stuff here. All right, no holds barred. I just want to show you what actually this is. So remember, as at November, you would have withdrawn $94. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you to be able to think about Forex. All right. I want you to be able to think about Forex as if it is a business, like it is a business that you are engaged in. All right. Because if it is a business like a shop or like a company that you are running, all right, you will not be doing things like temporarily, or how do I describe it? You'll not be doing things shabbily. All right. You want to ensure that you are thorough about the details of what you're doing. So that's what I'm showing you. So as at October, you took out $60. November, you're taking out $94. All right. So let us come down here. Remember, as at October, you took out how much? $60. And with that $60, you can easily come over to my Forex funds. All right. Easily. Remember, you are making 10% per week on your $500 account. Are you following me? So you can easily come over to my Forex fund with the $60 you withdrew from October and put it into this system. All right. And get a $5,000 account. Easy peasy. But how do you know what to do? What you simply do is, the way you took the trades on the $500 account to make the kind of profit you have made, you can simply come to my FX book, all right, and use the calculator on my FX book. You can simply use the calculator on my FX book to calculate your risk and reward, all right, so that you are trading a $500 account and you are making 10% per week. It means that you will finish your phase 1 in 1 week. You will finish your phase 2 in 1 week. all right? And then within the remaining 2 weeks in that same month, you would have gotten paid. You would have gotten a live account and you would have gotten paid within the 2 weeks in that single month. If what I'm saying makes sense, if you can relate with what I'm saying, if it connects, please drop a fire emoji or any emoji in the chat box. Let me know that there are people that are getting value from what I'm sharing tonight. Because my aim here is not to just come and bamboozle you with plenty talk. I want to show you a proven pathway to success. All right? A proven pathway to success. Now tell me, say you fit do $50 per week on a $500 account. So if you can do $50 per week on a $500 account, it means that nothing it should be able to stop you, all right, from doing $500 per week on a $5,000 account. Do you understand? Such that even if anything goes wrong, all right, in that first month, and you're unable to finish up or you blow this $5,000 account, you have really not lost anything. You can easily come back. You can easily come back in November with the $95 or $94 that you are cashing out in November and quickly come here and get the $10,000 account. So even if your $5,000 account is doing well, you've gotten to the live funded stage, all right, you're already cashing out. Because at the live funded stage, you get the minimum you get for a $5,000 account is $400. That's the minimum. Because if you can meet up with the targets in the live funded account, they will pay you at least $400. But say peradventure you don't even want to touch that money. All right, whatever you cash out from your $500 account, your main account, for the month of November, which is $94, is enough to come back here and buy the $10,000 account the very next month. And in 1 week, you've made 10% on your $500 account. You've made 10% on your $10,000 account. You have passed the phase one. The following week, you've made 10% on your $500 account. You've made 10% on this account as well. You have passed the second evaluation phase. Are you guys with me, please? So you see that the next level is $20,000 and you only need $139. All right? And by that time, your $5,000 account, your $10,000 account should already be generating something. All right? Because if you think like this, you will actually be a better investor than somebody who is going to Lekki Epe after Express to go and buy a plot of land for several millions of naira. Are you guys with me? Is this making sense to you, please? Please respond. Let me know. Is this making sense to you guys?
Thank you, sir.
It is.
All right, beautiful. So, see, this is how you can build a reliable and reputable Forex trading business. All right, that's why I'm still talking about the compounding formula. That's why I'm showing you guys this. All right, because if you can follow this, if you can follow it with discipline, with good discipline, and you know what you are doing, honestly, sincerely, the difference in your financial situation will drastically change within a very short period. Like you will look at yourself and be like, wow, is this really me? And I'm very sincere about this, all right? Because I want you to treat trading like a business. Every business owner invests into their business and they plan for the expansion of their business. All right, every single business owner does that. Are you with me? So for those of you who currently have jobs, all right, it's even easier for you to run this kind of a compounding formula because you have a salary and your main account, the $500 account, you are not running it to get money for food. You are not running it to get small change that you use to carry somebody to restaurant for a dinner date. You understand? Whatever you're doing, you can leave that account and allow it to continue to reproduce and multiply. Do you guys get me, please?
Yes, sir, we get you.
Forget big time.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. So this is a formula that you can apply, a compounding formula. Because is it possible to risk 1% on a $500 account and achieve that in 1 week? Optimic, is this joking? Is this playing? If you are risking 1% on $500 account, well, it depends on how accurate your entries are. Because maybe for somebody like some of my students that have gone through this process, all right, I tell them it's not really when you are trading a small account, all right, there's a distinction between how risk management works compared to when you are trading a large account. So let me quickly put it like this. On that $500 account, all right, remember your target is $50. Your target is what? $50, which means that you need to have mastered how to trade with very small stop losses, all right, such that your total risk is like $5 per trade, because that's 1%. Your risk is $5 per trade, and you can do that with a 0.02 lot size. Let me show you on the calculator here. Let's look at Euro USD, for example. All right, Euro USD, my account size is 500, all right, and I want to risk 1%, and my stop loss is, say, 20 pips, all right. Can you see the lot size that I would need to use? This is 0.03. Can you see that? This is 0.03. And if my risk to reward ratio is very good, if my risk management is very good, all right, if it is very good, it means in the real sense of it, are you following me, please? And I have like a risk to reward ratio of maybe 1:5, 1:10, 1:3. Minimum is usually 1:3. It means that by the time this trade hits my take profit, I have made $15 because I was risking $5. All right. And it means what that would mean is that I only need 4 trades. It will mean that I only need 4 trades in a week. All right. In order to arrive at that target for the week. 0.03 in one position now. Maybe you are risking 1% per trade. Is this answering any questions for you guys? Is it making sense? Is it showing you light? Is it coming to you as a revelation right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Beautiful. So you realize that you can really make big bags, all right, without stressing too much. Okay, you can really make big bags from Forex without lying, without scamming, without doing anything impromptu or abnormal. All right, you really can't do that. Well, when it comes to taking partials, I think what really matters is your the accuracy of your trades. All right, the accuracy of your trading system is what matters. A smaller account like $50, my brother, if $50 account is what you have, man, you really cannot risk 1%. Though. I can't lie to you. If what you have is $50, it would mean that you can focus on trading, on taking 2 trades or 3 positions, all right, and then you use 0.01. Maximum 3 positions, 3 entries, maximum, all right, until you're able to build that account and compound it over time. Mr. Daniel, please mute your mic. Or another advice is you can open a cent account. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Dennis. You can open a cent account. That works. On a $200,000 account, you can still risk 1% if you want to. This is the calculator I use for calculating my lot size. I'm risking 1% on a $200,000 account. My stop loss is 20 pips. Or even if my stop loss is 50 pips, which is completely unreasonable. Completely unreasonable. All right? But it's saying that to risk 1%, my lot size has to be 4 lots. If you are dancing, if you're having issues growing your Forex fund account, one thing you can do is you can try trading a smaller account. All right, you can try trading a smaller account and then copying the trades from that smaller account to the bigger account. Do you advise reducing the leverage on your account if you are always tempted to over leverage? Naturally, I don't think I've ever used higher than 1:100 on my leverage. The maximum I've ever used is 1:200. And the reason why it is not doing well is this. Like there's a video on my YouTube channel where I talked about the difference between risk management and money management. All right, it is easier to manage average account sizes than it is to manage bigger accounts. In all sincerity. So what is happening to you is that there's a kind of embargo in your mind, all right, as to how big your lot sizes are allowed to get. All right. When it gets to a particular lot size, for example, somebody had 4 lot size now and it's like, yay, account don't blow. You understand? But remember, we are talking about risking 1% of a 200K account with 50 pips as your stop loss, which is completely unreasonable. Like I said, all right. So it means that you have looked at it and you're like, why will I use 3 lot size? Why will I use 2 lot size on this account? Hey, God, I'm not doing no. Hey, it's too much. Do you get it? So have I given you a solution to your issue right now? Beautiful. And for some of you that, you are still struggling, you can go ahead, create a free Ftml trial account. All right, create a free Ftml trial account with the kind of amount that you have in mind to fund, all right, or to trade in your funded account. Are you with me? So when you open the Ftml trial account, whether it's a $200,000 or $500,000 or $600,000 dollar account, all right, you can start practicing with the appropriate lot sizes that fit your own trading strategy or your own trading system. Are you guys with me? Umar Farouk, is it that you wanted to say something? Yes, stop loss matters. That's why I'm showing you this lot size calculator. Maybe I should drop the link to the lot size calculator so that you guys can also use it for your risk management. You select the currency pair, the account currency, the account size, the risk ratio, or you can even swap with money and say, okay, I only want to risk $500 out of my $200,000 account. My stop loss is 20 pips, all right? And then you click on calculate. And it's showing you here that your lot size is 2.5 lots. That's the appropriate lot size if you are going to risk $500 per entry, all right? $500 per entry on your $200,000 account. Have I helped somebody here tonight? Have I helped somebody here tonight? If I helped you tonight, can you say, yeah, yeah? Say, yeah, yeah. Say, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. DJ Templar in the house. Correct. DJ Templar in the house, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, beautiful. So, see, I want you guys to have a mindset that you didn't come to Forex to joke. You didn't come to Forex to be loyal to your brokers, to be patriotic to your brokers. You came into this industry to make money. And the best way to do that is to treat this industry like a business, like a real business. Do you guys get it?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. So I think we've been on this call for quite some hours right now, and I think that I've really tried for you guys how to deal with ego of overtrading because of having big accounts. Okay. Well, when it comes to the ego of overtrading, it simply goes back to the factors that I've mentioned earlier: your fuel, your car, your driver. Your fuel, your driver, and your car. All right? Treat your brain well, and your brain will treat you well when you need it. All right? Your brain will give you, the appropriate kind of psychology that is required. Have I answered your question, Queen? All right, beautiful. So quickly before we wrap up tonight, can you just drop a review, a brief review of tonight's session? How was tonight's class in your own words? All right. I want to see that in the comment section right now. How would you describe tonight's session? All right. You can ask a question, Optimic. You can ask a question. While the comments are coming, Optimic, you can ask your question. Please unmute your mic and ask your question. I think your mic is unmuted. Okay, Caitlin. Caitlin and Esther, you want to speak? All right, who's going first? Who's going first? Optimic, you said you have a question. Okay, for those who are just joining, please hold on. The link is going to be dropped. I'll upload the video so that you guys can have access to it, at your own convenience. Okay. Does anybody have a question they would like to ask?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Please ask your question.
Yeah, my question is, for someone who is currently in debt, would you advise such person to still continue to trade, or would you advise the person to sort out all the debt first, and then after sorting out all the debt, start trading, or probably buy what's it called, give his money out to people who can help him trade?
Okay. Well, in that situation, remember, like I said, I didn't come here to give you guys formula. I want to give you practical answers that would help you, go from where you are right now to where you have always wanted to be. So I'm going to give you three options.
Yes, sir.
The first option is this. Try instead of you doing what's it called now? Instead of you trading an account like that by yourself, all right?
Yes, sir.
Try having a system such that your your trading is not more of trading per se, all right? It's more of analysis. Are you with me?
Okay, sir. Yes,
Run
sir.
analysis. Run analysis. Thank you. Run analysis. I've not taken water in a while. That's why my voice is really gone.
Sorry, sir.
Run analysis, all right, and then observe how the analysis play out. One of the things it will do is to allow you build your confidence again. All right, because
Yes,
I'm sure that the moment that person went into debt, all right, their confidence, their psychology would have been destabilized. So it's important to reactivate confidence. All right, it's important to reactivate confidence doing these things that I've just talked about. All right, that's one. Two,
thank you very much, sir.
the second option, you're welcome. The second option is this: trade, just take out small amount out of what you want to use to settle the debt. All right, now, because it would be a terrible mistake to finish settling the debt. All right, and at the same time, you are now back to square one and completely broke. Do you get me?
Yes, sir.
No, understand.
When you finish settling the debt, all right, you have responsibilities that should be taken care of that you will not be able to. Other needs will arise, right? So what you
Yes,
can
sir.
do is, remember, even after paying off all the debts, you still need capital to go back to trading.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I'm showing you this, all right? Take out a small amount of money. But before you do that, all right, you can take the Ftml free trial account, all right? Take Ftml free trial. Practice, all right? Practice.
Okay, sir.
Pass the first one, pass the second one, pass the third one, all right? After you have done that, then go ahead and pay for a real funded account. All right, start with the smallest one, build it.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I would advise that when you want to take the paid one, do my Forex fund, because you can always retry as long as your account is in profit. You can always retry. Do you get me, please?
Yes, sir.
Good. So the third option is hire somebody who can trade for you, or you may want to start looking towards automated trading. If you
Okay,
can
sir.
find a fantastic robot, because robots don't have emotions. All right. So if you can find a really good robot that can undo that account, all right, you can go with
Yes, sir.
that. Or copy trading, that also works. Any of those. All right.
Can I say something, sir?
Oh yes, you can. You can. Jomarex, you can.
That's robots. Though I from someone to go, start using robots. Ever
I didn't hear you,
with a
sir.
robot. I said I'm not gonna advise any person, right, to
Okay.
go successful trader has ever traded using a robot, right? And it works, right? And the common AI that most people get is you'd see a forex trader, the robot sells for $500, $1K dollars. Like sometimes when I get to see advert like that, now for you to get like good robot of a big institution, what they make use of, what does update itself
Okay.
that can actually serve you for so long. Impossible. See, it's impossible. I've experienced it. Purchased a robot, 1,500, but just to wait. This guy had to wait like 24 hours. His what's it called? His MT4 to his an alarm. The next thing is gonna place his entry. Automatically
Okay.
play straight for him. So he does, self, because he's gonna have to, adjust, because stop loss and TP. the end of
Okay, yeah.
everything, these guys still ran on one. I'm not gonna advise anybody as a trader, a robot. Robot is not gonna hand you consistent. See
Okay.
advert of someone selling robots for $100. Robots, why would a robot be sold for $100 for God's sake?
Exactly.
No, it doesn't make sense, right? See, what I tell people is risk. See, everything in business, it's all risky, right? It's all is riskier not to take risk, because life itself is risk, right? As a forex trader, I believe why you're actually in this industry is because you're willing to turn yourself rather than looking for, help you trade. Now, talking about if you're unstable psychologically, some kind of stuff, family wise, or you are, you're trying to come back to your shoes, funny experiences, right? It depends on you, right? If you actually want to give someone to help you manage your account, fine, right? And given you've taken, do you understand? So you've taken risk, which means it's all risky. So, and how well you actually want to go about it, right? But please, whenever you see advert of such that some robot, you have to pay $1 million, because the robot is, because the market, of course, changes, right? So you can't tell me to serve you well. Please, it's not going to serve you well. Like I said, I've had same experience.
All right.
These are some of the experiences we actually share with people.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe Morex. Let me quickly say this. All right. I think we've once had a conversation about this sometime last month. When it comes to robots, all right, I think the entire forex industry has been misinformed. That's what I think. We've been misinformed, and the reason why I said we've been misinformed is this: we've been made to assume that every robot that makes profit is good. All right. And people don't, for example, if I ask you, before you buy a robot, what do you check? All right. Before you buy a robot, what do you check? The answer many people will give me would be, oh, profit. How much profit is he able to make? They don't even know what to check for. All right. For example, Dennis, you asked if the robots if robots really make profit. That's not what to check. Are you listening to me? That's not what to check. See, there are statistics that tell you how adjustable a robot is to current market situations. And let me say why. Some of you should go and check up BlackRock. All right, BlackRock is the biggest investment firm in the world. It's the largest in the world. And in sincerity, what they use to trade is an algorithm. All right. They have an entire department of mathematics geniuses that are committed to refining their algorithm. So that department of mathematician, all they do is to create mathematical formulas that can predict the market. Are you guys with me? And in spite of having that system that is profitable, that gives them massive returns, all right, they only give their investors 8%, maximum of 8% in 1 year. Maximum 8%. Are you guys with me? And the reason why they do that is because they know that even though they are using algorithms, they need to have a lot of funds saved up in the event that one day their robot stops delivering. Are you with me? Why did I say that? I said that because, you see, if you are going to be going into robots or expert advisor trading, all right, there are things that you need to be conscious of. One, you need to check the profit factor, not the profit itself. the profit factor. All right, the profit factor. 2, you need to check the Sharpe ratio. There's something called the Sharpe ratio. All right. 3, which is also one very important thing that you need to check. All right, you want to check the maximum drawdown that bot has had. That's 3. 4, you need to check the equity curve. There's something called equity curve. All right, now, these 4 things I mentioned, how many of you know all these 4 things? How many of you have been familiar with all these 4 things? If you know these 4 things that I just mentioned, or if you have ever checked those 4 things before, when it comes to bots, all right, let me know. The Sharpe ratio, the equity curve, the profit factor. All right, now, there are 2 other things that are very important that a lot of people don't know. All right, there are 2 other things that are very important. In fact, they are like the major things that determine whether that robot is going to be consistent or not. All right, 1, you want to check the money management concept. All right, many people don't know whether the bot they are purchasing is a martingale robot, is a grid trading robot, whether it is a straddle trading robot or whatever. They don't even know the money management system. All right, how many of you are familiar with what a martingale system is? If you've heard about that before, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the chat box if you're familiar with what a martingale system is. Beautiful. So you see, we can talk about these things for so long. Martingale systems, edge trading. Sorry. There's martingale, there's edging, there's what's it called now? There's grid trading, all right? GRID. There's grid trading. There's what's it called? What's that last one? Yes, there's one shot. All right, there's one shot trading. All right, and all of these things matter when it comes to trading with robots. Are you guys with me? I don't really want to focus on this too much because many of you will have questions that we may not be able to answer tonight. Okay, so when we talk about these things, all right, that's the number 5 thing that you need to check when you want to consider the profitability of a robot. That's number 5. Then the number 6, all right. Number 5 was talking about the money management, right? Then the number 6, factor that you want to consider in your robot that will determine whether this thing has enough sense to consistently deliver, all right, or it is going to end up messing up one day, all right. You also want to check what's this thing called again? How do I describe this? I can't remember right now, but I know that I had it in my mind before I talked about the money management. Let me see. You notice that I've not even talked about the strategy yet. All right. And the reason why I didn't talk about the strategy is because any strategy can deliver. All right. Any strategy can deliver. It is just that these other factors are also things that affect that delivery, that determine whether it is going to work or not. All right. So I don't want to go into details regarding that, but let's just leave that the way it is. Okay. But I have personally, at least I think for some years, I was investing into algorithmic trading systems before I decided to go and learn how to program them. All right. And ever since I learned how to program them, I have come to learn a lot about many things that the average Forex trader does not even know about EAs and algorithmic systems. All right. But nonetheless, moving on. All right. I want you to know that some of the biggest Forex firms, some of the biggest investment firms, they don't even trust people to manage their investments. Why? Because of emotions. All right. So we're going to talk about all of these things maybe some other time if you guys want us to talk about it. All right, we can talk about indicators, robots, whether they work or not, how things work, and all of that. All right, so finally, I'm going to be answering Optimix's question. It says, how can a person grow in Forex without any other job? If you have that same question, you want to know if Forex is the only thing you have no intention of getting a 9-to-5 job, you don't even have you've never had the time to invest in any other skill. Forex is everything you have right now. If you are also having that question, if that is describing your situation tonight, all right, can you reply to that question with an emoji? Just reply to that question with an emoji. Optimix question, you'll see it right before AB's question. Let me see if we have other people like that. All right, keep it coming. If that describes you, like you want to grow in Forex, you don't have any other job, all right, and it's almost like you really don't have intentions to get any other job, all right, take it from me, for somebody like me who I have lived the last 4 years completely on just Forex money, all right, completely, nothing else. All right, I'm going to show you something simple, very simple. You need to first of all evaluate what other skills you have. And see, this thing that I'm sharing with you people is not it's not something that you will now learn, finish, and come and start using against somebody. All right, but I'm going to show you nonetheless. Remember, I said that I'm going to be showing you practical solutions to your real life problems. All right. So one way to do that, evaluate your skills. What do I mean by evaluate whatever other skills you have? Check. Are you a graphics designer? Do you know how to write? Do you know how to analyze the markets well? Are you good at making videos, like maybe video content? All right. All right. If that's what you know how to do, all right, or you have any other skill, you are proficient at maybe collating lists, collating results, things like that. Okay, things like that. If you have skills like that, graphics, whatever, all right, you can basically use those skills. Maybe you're a digital marketer or whatever, all right, you can use those skills that you have to go into freelancing, all right. You can become a freelancer based on those skills you have. What do I mean by being a freelancer? I'm going to give you a couple of alternatives, all right. It's either you go into freelancing, all right, or you leverage on somebody else. All right. All right. So the first one, freelancing. What do I mean by freelancing? Hire out yourself. All right. Sell out your skills to people within the Forex niche that need it. All right. There are Forex companies that need people that can just engage their communities, people that can give their communities trading setups, share trading ideas, people that can teach some of their students, things like that, all right? Which is also related to leveraging on an existing system. They already have the system. You are just leveraging on their system by working for them or freelancing with them, all right? That's one. Two, you can also go into, you can also consider packaging yourself, all right, for a more professional duty. What do I mean by that? You can go into financial analysis per se, all right. And what do I mean by financial analysis? If you are really good at what you do, all right, as a Forex trader, you can start a newsletter. All right. What do I mean by a newsletter? It's simply a publication that breaks down what to expect from the financial markets. All right. Because of this and this and these factors. All right. Gold is supposed to be going down. All right. Things like that. Start something like that. Start a newsletter. All right. Publish your newsletter on LinkedIn. Okay. From there, you'll be able to establish some massive connections. All right. And if you're fortunate enough, some rich guy believes in you enough to say, all right, some rich guy believes in you enough to say, all right, take my money. All right. Spend it anyhow. Okay. Take my money, spend it anyhow. That is a possibility. All right. That's another possibility that could also, result from it. Are you guys with me, please? Are you still with me? Okay,
yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is the number one part. All right. You have a skill, sell your skill. All right. Regardless what name that skill is. If it is relevant, you can find a way to link it to the Forex industry, the Forex market. All right. If you're into fashion, all right, there are Forex academies. You can design hoodies for them, design merchandise for them, do a whole lot of stuff to raise funds. All right. So that you can fund your account with something meaningful without pressuring your account too much. All right. Because when your account is your only source of income, there are two alternatives that can happen. Is either you become extremely careful with the account, all right, or you start to risk too much on the account. What I'm saying now, does it make sense to you guys? Does it make sense to you?
Very well, very well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So, having said that, another thing that you can do, all right, another thing that you can do, if you are very good at, marketing, all right, if you're very good at marketing, you can become an affiliate to a system that is already running. That's where what I talked about leveraging, all right, the Forex Trading Academy or a system. They need people that want to, that can bring in clients for them, all right. If you're good at marketing, you can do IB, all right? You can be an introducing broker for a brokerage firm, all right? People sign up with your broker of choice, all right? And then you get some stipends from that end based on their trades, all right? You can also go into, affiliate marketing, bring in students for people that have academies that deliver quality, quality. Amen. Quality. So that's another alternative, all right. And then you can also start looking towards having a side hustle, all right, a small side hustle, which can come in a number of forms, all right. Your side hustle can be that maybe you are how do I describe this now? On TradingView, you can start publishing trade ideas, all right, like this on TradingView. Publish trade ideas. If you gain sufficient reputation, all right, and your trade ideas usually play out, okay? Remember, you already have a small account, a tiny account that you are trying not to overpressure, all right? You are just trying to trade that account slow and steady, all right, on a Jelenke note, all right? So you can publish your trade ideas. If enough people start to, if it starts to gain traction, publish on TradingView, share from TradingView to LinkedIn, from LinkedIn to Twitter, from Twitter to Facebook, from Facebook to IG, all right? Share like that, okay? Over time, the more people begin to believe in your analysis and your setups, all right, it will be easier for you to have a community of people who pay to access your analysis, all right? It will be easy to say, okay, in order to access our newsletter, to access our latest analysis, it's just $30 per month, it's $40 per month, $50 per month, whatever price you want to place on it. All right. I personally know traders in the United States who charge $99 a month. All right, $99.99 per month in order for you to join their trading group. All right, their live trading group. And what do? They basically just send trade ideas all right, entry exits, they do live streams, tell people which trades to enter, and that's all. All right. So remember, these are the trade ideas that you are also trading by yourself. Do you get it now? You're also trading them by yourself. So you're not just building your account, all right? You're also building a reputation, and at the same time, you are having an additional source of income. Okay? So I think that I want to stop here because I feel like I have dished out too many secret virtues. Too many. Oh my Oga Jomarex, does it not look like I've already told these people too many things that they really need?
So would the recording be sent?
The recording will be available on YouTube. I'll send the link across.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Somebody asked the last question. Caitlin. Interesting question. Is copy trading good for a beginner? The question is, why did you start Forex? Remember, I said there are three things. Remember, I said that very clearly. Three things. The fuel, the car, the what? The driver. All right. If the reason why you started Forex was not because you want to be trading the market by yourself, if you started Forex as a side hustle, all right, then copy trading is absolutely perfect for you. You just give somebody your account, you are waking up, you are seeing profit in the account. How it got there, you don't know, you don't care. That's good. Perfect. You are doing well. I'm proud of you. But if the reason why you came into the industry is actually to be able to trade for yourself and make money, the truth is, even if you are going to subscribe to a copy trading system, the profit you are seeing on your account, you too start using it to do something. Start practicing with it. Pay for mentorship. Learn. You understand? Be real with yourself. Be real with the market. If that was the reason why you started, though, you understand? But if the reason why you started is because you want to have a side hustle, then I'm completely fine with that. But I believe that you said for a beginner, which means this is somebody who wants to learn and become a professional trader. So my honest advice would be, if right now while you are learning, all right, you can sign up for a copy trading system. I'm sure you know that Dr. Bills has a copy trading platform. I think the minimum is $5,000. All right, Dr. Bills has that. You can sign up or subscribe for that copy trading platform. Okay, your account is growing while you are learning, so that while you are learning, you can be learning and practicing with small change that is coming in as profit under your account. You remember the compounding formula that I showed you guys already. So you can basically be practicing that, all right, so that if your account blows, all right, you have a $5,000 account that Dr. Bills is trading for you, profit is coming in, all right? But at the same time, you traded a $50 account by yourself. You made $7. Withdraw out of the $7, maybe $5. Take yourself out. Go and buy sneakers. You know that chocolate nut bar. Buy sneakers. Buy Oyinbo coffee. Buy whatever it is you want to buy. Spoil yourself. You understand? But don't go and use that kind of profit to take woman to a restaurant. It's I beg you. So that you will not wash plate and they will ask you, who is your mentor? Who taught you this one? You now say, it's FX Templar. I'm sorry for you. Okay, yes, is a physical job advisable? Yes. If you have access to a physical job, by all means, yes, do it. Why? So that you will not wake up one night and you say, could I need that to come in Forex? Could I need that for the Forex? So that you will not be thinking that the person that introduced you to Forex, it carry you handicap. You understand? Have a steady source of income so that because I've seen people who have come to me to say, sir, can you please help me trade my account? I want you to help me manage my account. And I said, okay, so how much is this account that we are talking about? Can somebody guess how much is in that account, please? Just type an amount. Let me know who we get that amount where. Oh, okay, you try. Say $30. Big money boy. Kester, you are correct. Very correct. You know, this guy literally sent me a text and was like, sir, please, I want you to help me manage my account. I was even like, okay, good. Okay, so how much is in the account? He said, sir, I don't really have much right now, but I've been able to raise $10. Can you please help me manage it? You don't really have much. You were able to raise $10. As if $10 is Lazarus. And somebody like that now, we see fine girl and something will be raising up in his body. Is he not ashamed? You are raising $10 and you are not ashamed to be raising other things in public. Such a person should not even raise his voice because you have not been able to raise anything meaningful. Okay, you say not my fault now. Am I talking about you? I've not mentioned the name, so okay, sorry, I've calmed down. Sorry. But that was the experience. Somebody say manage $10 for me. And I literally told the person, I'm sorry, accounts that is not more than 1,000, I don't even used to look in their direction. If it's now over 1,000, then I know that you have the money to pay me and we cannot negotiate. What's your best offer? You understand? My Oga Jomares now waiting my eyes see $10. He saying now waiting he raise. He used the word raise. That was how much I was able to raise. Even if I try to raise, this, what's the name of this Felele ball? Even if I try to raise it with my elbow, I can raise it more than 10 times. Someone say he raised $10, but we thank God that we don't look like what we have been through. All right. So, if you have access, do I charge separately for account management or I share profits 50-50? Me, I don't share profits 50-50. If you cannot do 60-40, you can go with your money. It's not me that came to beg you. It's you that have money, and you believe that my brain can carry your money. So if my brain can carry your money, if you trade it yourself, it may not be successful. So if we are sharing it 50-50, it's more like I'm doing 10% giveaway for you. So as it is that it is me that is the Oga, I collect 60%. You take 40%. If it fits you, if you accept, no problem. If you don't accept, I know people that do 30-70. They will collect 30% and give you 70%. I know people that do like that. You understand? You can search for them on Facebook. There are plenty. You understand? There are plenty. It's me that takes the 60. Me, I don't used to lie. It's me. It's what I will do, I will tell you. I don't have reason to come and be funny. You understand? Me too, I want to buy Dr. Bill's type of Jeep. You get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. So I hope I have not caused any problems. The minimum I manage is $1,000. And like you said, I manage it. You understand? I manage it. So that's just me basically. All right. So the essence of the whole account management and something like Dr. Bill trades synthetic. No, I think Dr. Bill trades Forex more, basically. Trades Forex more. All right. So I believe that from this session, all right, you guys have been able to learn some amazing, fantastic things. Okay. I'm sure that you've been able to learn some things, sincerely. I'm sure you've been able to learn some things. And the purpose of this session is because I want many of you to quit trading as if you don't have a life. Stop trading as if, this market, now we die here. No, please. Don't trade under pressure. Please, don't trade under pressure. All right? I'm telling you, don't trade under pressure. See this one. So please, guys, I believe that this session has been able to bring clarity to some questions that you guys may have had. All right, to certain concepts that you may have been desiring to understand. All right. So the name of the YouTube channel is Easy FX Academy. EasyFX Academy. For some of you that have, you've never seen my face before, you probably don't even know who I am or what I am, whether I'm a man or a woman. You understand? So this is my face. My name is Adetola Freeman. All right, and I am currently the assistant instructor for the pre-mastery class in Dr. Bill's Academy. All right, so this is my face. Sorry, I didn't do my makeup before coming for this class. I didn't remember to comb my hair, but this is me. All right, I'm not exactly Range Rover Evoque. I think I'm more of a Range Rover Velar type of person. All right, I'm more of a Range Rover Velar type of person. So let me turn off my video now. Before you people start toasting me in my DM, I'm a happily married man. I'm a pastor by profession or by calling. I'm a pastor by profession. So, so Sylvette, you came. Hey, thank you. Those are some of my students in the pre-mastery class right now. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining tonight's class. All right, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys on board. All right, there's going to be a question and answer session by 9 o'clock. I believe Doctor already dropped the flyers. All right, so if you can afford the data, like I have somebody that was complaining recently that $35, 35 MB. How will I download 35 MB video? All right, so if you have the data, please do join the question and answer session. I'm sure that you would have access to, you will be able to get answers to some of your other questions that you have asked. So Prosper Unwa, Canada, Nigeria. Don't worry, we'll drop the link so you can catch up on everything we have discussed this session so far. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. God bless you. Have a fantastic weekend, and I want to say, have a fantastic and profitable trading week. God bless you. See you in the next one. Bye bye. So, sorry, before you go, please let us know how the class was. So let us know so that I know what to improve on or what to stop doing. You understand? What to add to or what to stop doing. So thank you very much for your kind reviews. God bless you. I love you all. Bye-bye.